What is going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a good Thursday. Bobby Fi, Brandon Cruz, and Eric Sheets-Haber. We're going to be talking through this this game. I got some pretty strong takes on the game, and my game takes have been pretty good lately.
Okay.
The play, I don't know why I until I see the Packers actually play good football, other than the first game of the season, I don't know why they're favored here. I don't care that they're at home. I think we're disrespectful to the Eagles, and coming off a bye, I like the Eagles. I really like the Eagles tonight. I think they win the game. It's going to be a cold weather, kind of a beat it up game, but I think the Eagles line controls the game on both sides, and I think the Eagles win the game. That's my first take. What do you guys think? And anything you want to jump into, Sheets, before we start talking about some plays?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly would seem logical like that. Green Bay has certainly not been particularly impressive coming off the loss at home to Carolina. To be for openers,
just lost at home to somehow they lost to your favorite New Orleans Saints team.
No, I don't think they lost to the Saints. They lost to Carolina, though.
No. Carolina lost to the Saints yesterday at home.
Yeah, I know.
But back-to-back winning Green Bay, lose at home.
And they also lost to Cleveland, Green Bay, and they also tied the Cowboys. And they have won like really, really, really good game, like when they beat Detroit. Yeah. And since then, I'll tell you, I have not been particularly impressed. Nonetheless, they are 1-point favorite. They are at home. It rates to be an even game. And yet the funny thing is, in my two big buy-ins, I have two completely different ones. One, I have a full-on like 5-1 Philly, or I could do a full-on 5-1 Green Bay. It's like for my big buy-ins thing, because the value here is like so. I mean, it feels like really, I want to say sort of obvious. Like if you're either going to want, I don't want to tell everyone what to do, but I think you're either going to want the Emmanuel Wilson or the Dontavian Wicks to like save money. And so if you play either of those guys, then you could build whatever you want. So that's I guess my initial take. I'm waiting for some of these the inactives just to make sure that I don't put like guys in my pool that either aren't playing or whatever.
Like Tavian Wicks, we always think he's going to play, but then he sometimes surprises us and he's not in, so it's hard to know what to do.
It wasn't even him anymore. Like these other guys that I've never heard of that are in my pool.
Right. Yeah, there's definitely.
What do you got, Brandon?
Well, I had my mouse not working for the first 5 minutes. As soon as I joined, my mouse stopped working. First off, I'm glad I can finally speak now. I've been sick for like a week and a half.
Well, that's good.
The last time I was able to speak was the last live sweat we did when I was like super enthusiastic because I was like dying. That was right before I was about to be incapacitated for like a week. So I'm happy to be here. Two, when I see a slate this expensive up top, usually by default, I want to try and target people who are in the mid-range and stuff. Like I think Hurts. I mean, obviously Hurts is expensive, but when I look at everybody here, especially like AJ Brown's coming off of a really high performance, I really don't enjoy specifically wide receivers just for how I play. Like AJ Brown had his like blow-up game. I think we might have a slight increase on interest towards him. That I don't really want to be a part of. I don't know if Devontae Smith is going to do much. And so when I'm looking at a slate like this, I want to try and get as much Barkley, Hurts, Love as possible. Typically that means I'm looking towards more of the mid-range and a much more balanced type of slate.
I would like to say, I don't know if it's piggybacking off of that, is that again, I'm playing like, I don't know why I'm playing so big today. These big buy-ins, this freaking showdown. But I am. I'm playing the 44-44. I'm playing the field general, and I'm playing the Wildcat. So I have three lineups. I got to figure out what goes in where. And full disclosure, none of them have Jalen Hurts in it at all. So,
wow.
So I have to figure out what goes where. But that's what I got right now.
That's a tough needle to thread.
None of them.
Well, because he's the thing about Jalen Hurts is like he just always scores fantasy points. He doesn't really have he had one. I think he has one game this year.
You know what? That's not true. I lied. One of them does. One of them has Jalen Hurts in it, and that's So as I mentioned, I have like 4 ones, 5 ones. I have 2 5-1 Green Bays I'm looking at, and 1 5-1 Philly I'm looking at, and the Philly one I'm looking at does in fact have Jalen Hurts. So and let's see, what's my top non 5-1? Yeah, like all of them look like that. It's so weird. So Tyler Kraft is out, right? So you like any Musgrave?
Yeah, I do. So my approach is definitely a little more Eagles heavy than it is Green Bay, especially because Green Bay has just there's just other they have so many receivers and they have less than they usually do because they're banged up, but they always, Malik Heath, somebody, next thing you know, Savion Williams is catching a touchdown or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's the guy. That's one of the guys I'm waiting on, is whether he's going to be in or not.
Yeah, but I actually think the Musgrave projection might be a little bit low.
Okay.
And maybe it's from listening to you talk so much about Emmanuel Wilson for the last couple of weeks. I really like Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah,
he's actually I think he's my highest owned captain on the Packers.
Wow.
which is really weird. I just think he makes a lot of sense, and I don't see the same explosiveness from Jacobs. I think Jacobs is being overprojected. So I lowered Jacobs' projection by almost 2 points, which again may not sound like much, but when you drop that median, that means you're going to get a lot less of them. So I'm not as high on the Josh Jacobs play tonight, and I am more high on I want Musgrave. Musgrave and Wilson are the two that I actually bumped up for the Packers. And then for the Eagles, I really like everybody. I really think this is going to be. I mean, that's the way I'm playing it. I think that I also like the Eagles' defense a little bit, but I like Goddard a lot. As far as captains go, I think Barkley, Goddard. I think we're going to see that big game out of Barkley this soon and maybe tonight. I think it's time. So that's I guess that would be my take. And again, just very little of I got Barkley as my highest owned right now. Devontae Smith's my second highest owned captain. AJ Brown is my third highest owned captain. Jalen Hurts is my fourth highest owned captain. Dallas Goedert is my fifth highest owned captain. And then I actually do have Jacobs and a little bit of the Emmanuel Wilson just after that. But those are the main ones for me. Oh, and Musgrave. I'm sorry. Those are sort of my captain rounding it out things.
Yeah, I'm getting a very healthy amount of the Musgrave. I'm getting a very healthy amount of the Christian Watson as well.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens when the whatchamacallit comes out, the inactives and whatever, and see what else I'm getting. Yeah, but I'm pretty telling you, I'm pretty under on Jalen Hurts. This is very concerning.
Well, I get it, because I think just the price being up there or whatever, you kind of have to pick between he or Barkley, or you get into a very similar type of build. I think I have more Hurts overall than I have Barkley, but I like Barkley as a captain because I think he'll be lower owned than Hurts. Well, I think they're probably going to be about this, probably in the high buy-ins, probably pretty close to the same.
How about the Goddard? Getting a bunch of that?
I like Goddard a lot today. My main concern with him is I really, really like Goddard from a construction standpoint at captain, but I feel like I want less of Jalen Hurts just because he's so expensive. And there is potential.
I just really want to ask though, you guys, I'm really serious. And I'm not saying this to, I guess it's playing devil. What is the path where Jalen Hurts doesn't get there?
So that's what I was going to say with my Goddard. I never want to play my captain without his quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm personally really concerned with Hurts because I fully believe that Saquon actually has a really, really good game tonight. Yeah. And I'm really concerned about the offense on Philly being more condensed than usual, and just potentially going to Barkley or Goddard or AJ instead of I mean it's usually those five anyway, but I'm really concerned two of those guys get squeezed out of scoring well.
Yeah.
To answer your question, by the way, I mean I will regarding how does he not get there? Again, I don't think that's necessarily relevant. It's not him getting there. You got to get the 6 people there, and if using him just deprives you of other guys that are very likely to get there, then I don't. It's like these Jokic lineups sometimes, where he's going to get his 65, but just because of pricing, you just don't get to any of them. So I'm not saying that that's particularly the case tonight, but that would be a reason why, that even though it seems to make sense that he gets there, you know what? Because he's always probably always like minus 300 to score a rushing touchdown or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like, and we're gonna see what this Green Bay defense is. You know, who knows? I mean, maybe they're actually really good. Maybe they're really bad. They haven't really shown too much in the last 9 weeks, really.
Really, I agree. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's nothing been impressive. They like a couple of weeks ago they had them as the number 1 ranked like power ranking team. I'm just like, why? Like they haven't. What have they done?
And I'm not just bitter because I mean, again, I literally had Brandon, I can tell you this. I literally in the Big Circa Millions, the Big Circa Survivor contest where you have $1 billion for first, pretty much. Oh. I had of like 2,000 entries that were left. I had like the strongest entry by like 3 standard deviations of like the whole field. And couldn't get Green Bay to beat freaking Carolina at home to get to springboard things going. So really annoying. So and I had to watch the whole thing with the Green Bay. Green Bay scored 13 points, punting 0 times. They had 0 punts in the game and scored 13 points. I mean, and only like 1 turnover. Like it was like turnover on downs, and it was like some stupid game, and
they lost just like 6 4th down conversions, 6 of them, I think.
Yeah, and Jordan Love like probably had like one of the worst interceptions I think I've ever seen. Like all the way down at the goal line, he rolled all the way to the left and threw it all the way back to the right directly to a Carolina guy. Only by accident did the Carolina guy not, catch and run 110 yards for a touchdown.
It's crazy.
And I'm looking at because I'm a little nervous not to have more. Like I actually have like Hurts only like 70% overall, and that feels low. But I think it's just what happens when it's just really hard to play Saquon and him together without getting a little frisky. And we got Martez Denny asking about 30 receiving yards for Watson. I'll tell you my strategy for the Packers. I would never bet a receiver's props on the Packers. And that's actually a little bit out of respect in some ways for Jordan Love, even though I've said some other things. I just think that there's so many different guys, and if you have a good quarterback who goes through the progressions like that, it's just really, really hard to have a great feel for their receiving core. When Golden comes back,
sorry about this.
I love them for DFS because any one of them is capable of scoring 2 or 3 touchdowns in a given night. But it's really hard to do in terms of receiving props. I just would never touch it.
Yeah, you guys can feel free to watch this at your leisure. This is the aforementioned.
The interception.
The worst
the
throw in football.
Did you click that?
I saw I was watching that game live, so I remember it.
Yeah, I remember it too. Because it was like, I mean, I don't even follow Survivor, but I know it was like a huge thing of just how bad.
No, but this one particular player,
I remember it. Yeah.
It's literally like not even real.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So how many people are left, Sheets? It must be.
If the Carolina was paying the slightest bit of attention, he catches the ball and runs it 110 yards the other way. And then the game is completely over.
Yeah.
The fact they were even in it to the end is like a miracle.
How many entries are left? Is it like a few hundred? Are we talking 100 sheets or is there still thousands of people in it? Sheets. I don't know if you can hear me.
Nope.
Brandon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Well, I lost my
Eric, can you hear me?
Audio.
No, I guess not.
They are.
Okay, there we go. How many people are left in the circa?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I'm out.
Well, don't you have to care a little bit? Isn't that part of the thing?
No.
Well, he's out.
I mean, I know it's still pretty early in the year, but I thought it was important to know like the.
No, I mean I'm in other Survivor Pool contests, but that particular one, it's down to like 600, 800,000.
I know it's a monstrous thing because I see so many people posting about it, so I was just curious.
No. Well, my friend is in the Circa Millions. Like that's the against the spread pool. He's like winning. He's like in first place. So did you meet Jack? You met Jack, didn't you, or no?
Which one is? I don't know if I didn't.
No, maybe you didn't meet him in Vegas.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's in first place.
That's awesome.
A zillion people. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I got to find out when this when. So it's 6:30, I guess.
I think it'll be a little bit later, potentially. But
Wait. Josh Giddey is out.
Josh Giddey is out for basketball, so that's good to know.
Trey Jones and Buzelis season, I guess.
I think basically all of it. Desunmu is probably the other one. Desunmu, Trey Jones. Yeah.
Underdog says Josh Giddey parentheses DeAndre Hunter ruled out Monday. I don't know what that means. Josh Giddey parentheses DeAndre Hunter ruled out Monday. Does that mean they're both out, or?
I didn't think DeAndre Hunter was even it didn't even register to me that he might play tonight.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
So I didn't know. I wasn't sure on that one. But I wasn't as much on the NBA one as I usually am.
Oh, because DeAndre Hunter hurt Giddey or something like that. I think that's the.
Oh yeah, the reason probably.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
DeAndre Hunter is still playing. Sorry, but he's still in though. I think.
Okay, but I guess DeAndre Hunter hurt him. I guess that's why.
Okay, that's what they're
being
saying.
cutesy about it, I guess.
Yeah, had him roll an ankle or something.
I didn't know what that was either.
I do want to go back to this slate really fast.
Yeah.
I know obviously we're talking about Hurts and stuff, but Jacobs is the other one that I'm concerned about, and I'm much more likely to not use him versus Hurts, only because I'd rather there's a potential where you can really. I think the only value there is on the slate is Wilson, the running back for Green Bay.
That's the first thing I said too. I like that.
Yeah. So I think from a construction standpoint, fading Jacobs probably makes more sense. At least for me, if I'm using a cheaper captain or trying to build more balance and stuff, because you're still, under 3K for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just would rather not play Jacobs, put in Wilson, who he's going to be like 30% owned anyway. But I'd rather use him as the value play and then have Barkley, Goddard, Hurts, Love, or whoever else I can get up top.
Who is John Fitzpatrick? He's the second tight end.
Backup tight end. He always the third string.
Yeah, now he's a second string. It looks like.
Yeah, I guess you could call him
He has some catches this year. He's got 5
he
catches.
got a touchdown, I think, earlier this year.
Oh, there you go. Great.
Oh, maybe it was last year. I don't know. I remember.
That was this year. No, he got one. He has a. Week 3.
Let's see. So I'm just rerunning again because I wanted to get even less on this. Take a little more of a stand on the Jacobs thing. Emmanuel Wilson is my second highest owned player in my flex because that's the value I feel like that I'm going to use. That we need value somewhere. That I like that. I like that one. That's one that makes sense. I don't know what Dotson for cheap. It's just the same gambling play that it always is with Dotson. He won't play many snaps. He won't be featured much. He always has a chance at a big play. That's the same play. I personally don't have much Dotson, but it's fine. I'm actually, I might have a little bit. Let me just see. Let me run the Sims here. Goldie's got him projected a little bit higher than SaberSim does, and I don't mind it. I just prefer the Emmanuel Wilson thing. I want to stick with the Eagle. Maybe they design something off of a bye week. I don't know, but I don't think they would specifically for Dotson. I think if anything, you're going to see them put their I think they're going to play their best football. They haven't played their best football this season.
So IU is going to be probably the best play, right? Like you were saying earlier.
Sorry, it's really hard for me to jump. It's just all the Bulls. I really don't think that it's just him. Yeah, but he's the most value one. I think Trey Jones. I really think everybody, because it's a good matchup too. It's a reasonably good matchup on top of everything else. Let me just double check. Buzelis, Desunmu, Jones, even some Kevin Herter. I think all those make sense, but let's see what the starting lineup is.
Suitcase is hoping.
I haven't heard officially about IO's the minutes, but I would keep an eye on him, just what the projections have him at when they update, because they probably will update a little bit more later, and we'll see if he's actually starting and just making sure all of that stuff's taken care of. But I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer to that question in the minutes limit because I haven't seen the answer to that one today. All right, I just reran all my stuff, and yeah, back to Saquon, Devontae, AJ Brown, Josh Jacobs. But again, I barely have Jacobs in the flex at all. I have a 9% in the captain, which is still more than I probably want, but I'm kind of okay with just leaving it because I don't have that much of him anywhere else.
How many lines are you doing?
60.
Okay.
Not a ton, not a crazy amount.
Yeah, it looks like all these Chicago guys, like you were mentioning, are starting to pop.
Yeah.
Okoro, he's on that team?
Yeah, but that's like, we know what that play is, you know? It's really not like we just know what it is. You know what I mean? It's the guy who's going to go out and 3-and-D and can get there. He's done it 2 out of his last 3 games. But you're kind of just hoping he hits his threes and maybe he does grabs a few extra rebounds. I don't know, but he's not the best DFS guy to have in to give too much of a bump to, in my opinion. But if you wanted to try and go, look, you can spend all the way up now for the Wemby. I'm sorry, for the Giannis and the Luka if you want to. It's
right.
Than it was.
Why is Goddard just not being owned at all? Is there a reason? Is it builds? Because he's the least owned of anybody over 6,000.
Well, just you have to cut the line somewhere.
Yeah, I am getting a ton of him actually.
Me too.
Yeah, I really, really like him tonight.
He's not that much cheaper than Devontae Smith and AJ Brown is the answer, but I like him as well. I happen to like the other guys a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, we'll see what happens with the injury report. I have to give my mom a call back because when she calls me, it's unfortunate.
I know, I feel that.
It's not always the greatest news sometimes. So when I get out of here, I'm going to do that right away.
All right, sounds good. We'll keep an eye on any inactives. Everybody make sure you check out the Asar Thompson. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Good luck to everybody, and hopefully one of us